Welcome back, officers of the Republic. Of course, on Honorable Police Chief APGAINS. Obviously, you guys all saw the Arnold video. You know that a guy got his account deleted because someone randomly logged in. Same thing happened to Arnold. His account wasn't deleted, fortunately, because the other guy logged in on an Android and not an iOS, so therefore he didn't have access to deleting it, and the guy was a nice guy, so we got lucky. This is an issue that's been around for, I think, around 4 years. 2018, I think, is the first time people were reporting this. And this might be the single worst thing to ever happen to this game, by far. I think this is the single worst thing to ever happen because this isn't, you know, they're making it pay to win or there's balance issues or there's bugs. This is 6+ years of grinding plus tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars for players. Could be completely deleted, and I think there was an update since the last Arnold video. He finally spoke to EA, and he cannot get his account back, which means that if you're a new player and you get your account deleted, well, you know, you can't get it back. But, you know, maybe you didn't spend too many years, you didn't spend any money, so it's not like the end of the world. But let's say one of the players that we've interviewed on this channel who's spent over $100,000 in Galaxy of Heroes. There's plenty who spent $40,000. I think Arnold said he spent $40,000 in Galaxy of Heroes. I know people who spent 50, 60, 70,000, and they've been playing for 6+ years since day one. Let's say this happens to them. Their account gets deleted. What does Capital Games do? Do they continue to not let you get your account back? Do they make an exception somehow because these are high-end whales? Is there a precedent set for how they treat free-to-play players versus people who spent $80,000 on this game? I have no idea. Are they saying that he can't get his account back because it's impossible, or he can't get his account back because they don't want to, right? Because like when they had the crystal scam, some people got their crystals back and some people didn't. It just depended on who you talked to, meaning that it was possible, but oftentimes people just could not, for whatever reason, get access to this. You know, if your mods get deleted, right? If your mods get deleted, they can bring your mods back. I know plenty of people who've contacted CG in the upper end, and they accidentally deleted all their mods, and CG just said, whoop, here's your mods back. So they have some account recovery abilities. So is this just a case of they didn't want to do it for this guy, and there's just probably the worst PR nightmare in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes history, or can they physically not do it at all? And if they physically cannot recover an account, then just remove the ability to delete accounts. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. This is an incredibly limited thing, right? This is an incredibly limited thing that will only happen to a couple people. In the 4 years that this has been a bug, it's only happened to a few dozen people, right? If it happens to one person, it's too much. If it happens to one person, like maybe we got lucky because I haven't read too much into this, but maybe this guy didn't spend money, and it seems that when I transferred phones in 2019, so he's been playing since before 2019, right? So he lost at least 3 years of his life, right? Completely gone. Now, 3 years of your life is pretty brutal, but if you're like APGAINS, you know, you had a terrible girlfriend. That took many of those years, so you guys know that when your life gets wasted, you can move on. You can move past it. But what if this happens to one more person, and that person spent $100K? Are they going to sit there and say, well, 6 years of your life and $100,000 of your money are completely gone? Is that person going to stand for it? You know, if you're spending $100K on a game, you know, it's probably a person who's got some money to throw around at EA to be like, hey, can we fucking fix this, dog? I don't know. Finding out that there's a delete account function is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, because I have like 9 accounts and I can switch between them incredibly easy. I start new accounts all the time to test out farming guides and stuff like this. I have old accounts that I don't use anymore that I had no idea what I was doing, where Night Sisters were my best team and they're just racking up GP over the years. I can switch so easily on my iPhone. I have a shitty Google Pixel I can switch back and forth. On BlueStacks I can switch back and forth. There's no issue switching between accounts whatsoever. Why would they add a feature where you can delete account? Like, I get that people like will quit accounts, but just switch accounts. You don't need to delete an account to switch accounts. If I wanted to start a new account and I wanted to kill off my main account for whatever reason, which would be totally stupid because my only source of income would go away, I could do that without deleting the account. I could just log into a different account, right? Why? Like, they don't have to respond. They don't have to make a post. They don't have to apologize. They don't even have to give people their accounts back. But at least take this feature out of the game. Take the ability to delete an account off the game. Because if someone goes in and wants to be malicious and deletes your mods or wastes your crystals, CG can easily replace that stuff. If someone goes in and deletes your mods, CG can easily revert back to before that happened, you get everything back. They do it all the time, right? If someone spends all your crystals on random bullshit, they can just reimburse you crystals, right? They can go back in time and be like, oh yeah, this made crystals. All right, here are your crystals back. But apparently, if your account gets actually deleted, as far as EA is saying, you cannot get the account back. You can keep the bug in where people can fuck with your account because you can fix the problems that arise from people fucking your account. But if someone deletes your account, which please, I hope no one ever does, there's nothing you can do about it. This is the biggest problem that Galaxy of Heroes has ever had, and they need to fix it right now.